Hello, my friends. Thanks for opening. I wanted to talk about suffering a little bit today with you. Early April is a pretty dreadful time for me. I've had a lot of huge transitions in early April. For some reason in my life, I always get a little twitchy in early April, right? Um, my mom died in early April. Um, I left my first husband right after Easter, 1 year. Um, my neighbor's daughter last year died in early April. My mom's birthday is in early April. Easter is also in early April, and Easter in the 50s for kids was really wonderful because, for one thing, we had to stop eating sugar in Lent, and then we got an Easter basket, and that was like, whoa. It was so amazing. And my mother sewed our clothes. So every year, she even made the suit jackets that my brothers wore on Easter. So the new clothes aspect of Easter with the hats and the little white gloves, it was a pretty magic holiday. And I have to say, my mother worked her butt off to make it like that. And so every Easter, I just miss her so much. This Easter was particularly tough because I let myself grieve her more deeply, I think, than I ever had. And I got into kind of a hole, a funk, let us say, a dark place. And plus, there's just so much going on in our world. Anybody who's even a little bit sensitive is just feeling. I mean, with all the shootings and the war and the disasters, there's just so much suffering. And anybody who's at least a little bit sensitive is just feeling all this suffering in the collective too. And so here we are trying to celebrate spring, and we're kind of hanging on by our fingernails. Well, at least that's how I felt. And so I was having a really bad time, and as I tend to do, I asked my guides and angels for help. And I got up one morning, and we just had an old cat have dentistry, and so I've been taking care of him. So I checked on him first, and then I went in the kitchen to feed the dogs and make coffee and empty the dishwasher, the usual morning rituals. And I sensed that there was a song playing in my head, but I wasn't really paying attention to it at first. And so I paused for a second. I said, what am I hearing? What am I singing in my head? And the song was, just remember, I love you, and it will be all right. You know that song? Just remember, I love you, and it will be all right. I don't even know who sang it. I should have looked it up for this video. Well, that floored me. That floored me because I was missing Mom so much and her message that it would be all right also was just so beautiful. I had to share that with you. And some of you write to me and we exchange support to get through these times, because I feel that anybody who has found my channel, is a really pretty sensitive, probably old soul, perhaps working on their completion lifetime. And completion only means that we may choose to do something else going forward. That's all it means. But, kind of wrapping up our karma, lots of suffering, lots of challenges, lots of learning, lots of personal advancement. We're old souls. We should, sometimes I think we should have it more together than this. At least I think that about myself, right? So I wanted to make this a really personal message about suffering. And how we can ask our guides, angels, higher self, the Christ consciousness, the love that exists for us. We can ask for help and then pay attention, because help does come through. All right. So until I see you again, please be well and please be blessed.